Hey guys, today I want to talk about Pivx, which stands for Private Instant Verified Transaction. It's kind of like Dash, if you think about it. It's actually, in fact, a fork of Dash. So it's got pretty much the same code, and its main features are private transactions and instant transactions, of course, that's in the name. And also for investors, it's got a seesaw mechanism for reward distribution, which allows basic holders of Pivx to actually get a reward, a little bit like interest. So that's a very cool idea that's in this currency. It was founded in 2016, so a little bit after Dash, and it's picking up a lot and a lot of interest this year with a huge growth at the start of this year. So that's why there's a lot of interest on Pivx on the cryptocurrency world, especially if you're looking for to make a quick buck on it, basically. So I want to talk about two things. One is that is there a need for another private instant verified currency? And another thing is the first to market. So this is my personal view of it, and obviously that doesn't really mean it's solid financial advice, but here's my take on it, regardless. So with such a thing, I feel like there's going to be a huge competition because it's based off the same core. It's a fork, right? It's a fork in the road. It was based off the same concept as Dash. And I do believe that the market needs a private instant verified transaction. It's absolutely important to, and like it's required because Bitcoin is so out of date right now that there needs to be an instant transaction. Otherwise, Bitcoin's never really going to work as a kind of currency if you have to wait 30, 40 minutes for a transaction to take place. That's just not going to happen. So that's really a necessary feature. But the problem with Pivx that I find is that it's a little bit late to market. Dash was there first with the first kind of private instant verified transaction. It's got a lot of the features that Pivx try to innovate on as well. It's got proof of stake on there, and it's got kind of this master node concept. So what I'm trying to say is these two currencies are basically trying to sell the same thing. But what matters now, of course, is who's the first to market. Which coin is really gonna gain the popular vote? The kind of like gain popularity. It's one thing to get technology. It's totally another thing to take that technology and actually apply it to something to make it useful. That's completely different. I was just putting the idea of Uber out there. Uber is a really neat idea, and the app Uber, it's easy to make. It's just using GPS coordinates to match a driver with a passenger. But the amount of money it took for that to actually get to market, to become, accepted by both drivers and passengers alike, it took a lot of money. It took a lot of series of funding, and they had to aggressively grow the market and fight Lyft as well. So what I'm trying to say here is that for these two currencies to take off, I think because they're so similar, most likely only one of them will win. And it's not just about the technology. I think Pivx has the technological edge on it, but right now both these currencies, they really have to try really hard to gain popularity. Right now, Bitcoin's still the juggernaut for good reason. It was there first. It was the first McDonald's ever built. It was the first cryptocurrency, and that's why the market cap is in the billions, not the millions, right? It's a whole scale, like it's a whole scale magnitude bigger. And and right now we see that with Dash and Pivx as well. Dash is almost 10 times more market cap than Pivx, but obviously they still have to battle it out. Like they still have to contend each other because technology is still quite important. But I would want to stress my point here, which is the community is important as well. I think if you guys are interested in looking at Pivx or investing in Pivx, you guys have to look at the Pivx community and see if they have what Dash has. Dash has a lot of kind of communal growth here. They hired Amanda B. Johnson to be the spokesperson, and they have quite a lot of projects already ongoing to promote Dash. Right now, we're gonna try to see if that's gonna happen for Pivx as well. It's still quite early on for them, but they really got to kind of pick up and aggressively pursue the market if they actually want to take off. Both these concepts, they rely a lot on kind of popularity as well. You have to remember that. You can't just say, oh, this is a currency, this works, all right, let's everyone just use it. No one's gonna know about it, right? You gotta kind of push it out. And that's where I think the battle is gonna be fought. The technology is so similar that I think it makes like maybe 10% of a difference, but the community, the outreach, and the kind of pursued growth, the maintenance of this currency is going to be one of the most important factors come in the upcoming months. So I'm definitely keeping an eye on Pivx. It's definitely something that's quite new to me as well, and I'm definitely looking forward to kind of seeing how it grows. Guys, I hope you guys found this informative. If you guys have any views on Dash versus Pivx, I think this is going to be a huge topic, and it's going to be people are going to be passionate on both ends. It's like Xbox versus PS4, like it's one of those big battles that we got supporters on both ends. But at the end of the day, I think it's really whoever can reach the market first, whoever can reach market dominance first. What do you guys think? Thanks for watching.